and gentlemen, the United States Army Chorale.
Another day is dawning in America. From coast to coast, our spirit shines right through.
Saddam Hussein and his sons must leave Iraq within 48 hours. Their refusal to do so will result in military conflict, commenced at a time of our choosing.
So don't stop believing in what we stand for. Oh, don't stop believing in America. Here's to America. We truly are the land of the free. Let freedom ring. Here's to America. Our spirit will be free. We'll be free. It's in the hearts of people everywhere. The true American dream. Here's to America. Oh, here's to America. Here's to America. Land of the free.
I've only got 9 days left, and I'd rather spend as much time with my friends as possible. Get all my stuff in storage, because there's still a few items I've got to put in storage. Except for this TV, a couple weights there, and this right here. This hammer and this Snoopy soap thing I've had since before I can remember. That's just stuff I want to put in storage because of its sentimental value. Never really had that many feelings toward the place, except for the fact that my mom lived in it for a while. But my mom ain't here anymore, so all the feelings I had associated with that place went away along with my mom. There was a point where I almost blamed myself for my mom's passing. I'm handing over the keys. Because she so didn't want me to go into the service, I had spoken with her about it and said, if anything goes wrong, I'm going to have to go into the service. I told her that. If anything goes wrong, if you pass away, I'm going to have to go into the service because as it is, I can't take care of myself normally in the civilian world. What I'm going to miss the most, like just a normal day sitting down with the friends, because that's not what I'm going to get from months on end of the stretch. That I'm going to miss. And this view right here, this view looking outside the window, I've been seeing this since like 1990. I used to hate this view. I think somehow I still do, but it's strange to think I might actually miss it. Probably not. It's just buildings. It's my friends that I'm going to miss.
I have 2 sons, and I will allow none of my children to serve in the United States military. If you join the military now, you are not defending the United States of America. You are helping certain policymakers pursue an imperial agenda.
In February of 2003, 10 million people around the world marched to demonstrate against the war in Iraq, the largest demonstrations in British history, 2 million in London, 400,000 in New York City, 1 million each in Berlin, Madrid, Rome.
On this February day, as this nation stands at the brink of battle, every American on some level must be contemplating the horrors of war. And yet this chamber is for the most part ominously, dreadfully silent. Oh, you can hear a pin drop. Listen. There's no debate. There's no attempt to lay out for the nation the pros and cons of this particular war.
We have a Congress that failed in every way to ask the right questions, to hold the president to account. Our Congress failed us miserably, and that's because many in Congress are beholden to the military-industrial complex.
I would think Eisenhower, must be rolling over in his grave. In some ways, the military-industrial complex may have become so pervasive that it's now invisible. This is about, ideas and influence and what's safe for your career. Being seen in opposition to strong defense policies is a liability, not just for a politician who wants to run for president, but for an expert who wants to make a name in town, for a journalist who wants to get his or her story on the front page of the paper. In this way, restricting the level of discussion to this rush for war.
Mr. Vice President, Do you think the American people are prepared for a long, costly, and bloody battle? I don't think it's likely to unfold that way, Tim, because I really do believe we will be greeted as liberators.
Now I was just starting to see the creepings of the sun coming up.
As we approached the city, a low deck of clouds showed up. In the past, that would have been a bad thing, because in the F-117, we dropped laser-guided bombs. So if you can't see your target, you can't drop a bomb on it. This day, I had the enhanced GPU, and now I was kind of happy. They couldn't see me, I couldn't see them, but my bomb could find a spot on the ground.
But still, extraordinarily, people heading towards work. One or two cars actually racing past me. Then those things begin to happen now.
The target area was called Dora Farms. It was a presidential-type palace along the side of a river.
I see the river. I know I'm in the right part of the town where I was told that I need to deliver the bomb.
Let's just have a look at the scenes live.
Air raid sirens.
Air raid sirens are being sounded in the Iraqi capital.
Pressed in across the target. I think our time over target was about 0530.
And so I let the bombs go, let them rip.
You can hear those air raid sirens howling.
Things do seem to be heating up.
We dropped 4 enhanced GBU 2,000-pound bunker busters, satellite guided.
There's a large explosion.
They both came off, seemed to come off. I didn't notice anything adverse about it. I'd dropped bombs before.
When the weapons fell out of the airplane, I realized that this is the opening strike of Operation Iraqi Freedom.
And I said, well, if we did our job tonight, this whole thing might be over tomorrow.
يلا شباب يلا اخوي يلا هدا هدا
اللي شفناه اول يوم الحرب بهنا وكنا اكثر شيء حاله سخط صايبه الجثه من الاطراف وكانوا طبعا اطفال ونساء مدنيين بصوره عامه كلهم كانوا مدنيين ما استقبلنا اول ايام الحرب اي عسكري يعني حسب ما عرفنا بعدين ان هم من الدوره كانوا الجرحى مدنيين قاعدين في بيوتهم ساعه الفجريه.
There's no question but that the strike on that leadership headquarters was successful. We have photographs of what took place.
The mystery of what happened begins here at a palace compound called Dora Farms. One weapon clearly missed. Others landed just outside the wall, destroying other buildings.
حدث عندي ابني وولد اخوي احنا ببيت عائله واحده.
يعني بالدوره بيت وقع عليه الصاروخ مع صديقهم يم المزرعه وراحوا يطلعون قراض من البيت ووقع عليهم الصاروخ.
I think I was reading something about the bombing in Iraq, and I get this email
to Major Thomas V. Johnson, from Lieutenant Commander Stephen Franzoni,
the private to the corporal to the captain to this, all, it must have been like 42 emails. And some of them were saying, well, I don't know if we can do this.
Sirs, normally we do not take personal requests. Son died on 9/11, wants to know if we could put name on bomb.
Passing it up, Harry, this is Jerry, do you think we can do something like that?
Joe, fairly easy, don't you think?
Well, we'll look into it, let me go ask Harry. And you read this whole list of emails.